Alright, so I haven't actually made a video in a couple of days on film because I've been actually running the baler, and yeah, I have to grease it and get ready to go again today. And I've baled, I think in 3 days I've baled somewhere around 600 bales. Yeah, over 600 bales in 3 days. So 200 yesterday, 295 the day before, and what the hell was it the day before that? Maybe it was only those 2 days. So 295, and yeah, all right. So I baled somewhere around 500 bales of hay, not 600 bales. I'm sorry, my bad. So 500 bales of hay, pretty well flawlessly. Didn't miss a knot, didn't have any problems. The pickup worked wonderfully. I'm sure someone's going to be wondering about those gray pickup tines that I put in there. I don't see any issues with them. They are here. Here's one, two, right there. They seem to be working okay compared to the other ones. They work just fine also. So yeah, I'm not going to complain about those. I probably won't put them back in. It was an error in ordering. So you know how that is. People make mistakes when they order all the time. Well, or ship. It wasn't my mistake, it was actually the parts guy, but he did alright. He told me that I could send them back if I wanted to, and I really didn't want to. Yeah, I really didn't want to, so I figured I'd show you my needles and how nice and straight they are now. They have to be pretty well perfectly timed. Now, the one all the way on the other end actually looks as though it's got a slight bend to it, or it's not where it belongs. But it is functioning the way it's supposed to, so I'm not going to have any complaints with it. You can see that little scrape mark there on that needle. It is on all of them. It is normal. That's what it's supposed to do. When it comes up through the knotter frames, it touches the casting on the side and actually aligns it to the twine disc. The twine can go in. So yeah, that's what that's about. Yeah, what else can I say? I've just been working my ass off, and I'll get a little bit of footage a little later today of the baling the hay that I'm going to be baling. Cody's raking right now. Dad's picking up hay, and Timothy's stacking. So it's production as usual. Yeah, production as usual, right? Yeah, production as usual. So I guess you're just gonna have to wait and watch for some, you know, other activities. I will say that I am back to this twine now. That's the 550 Cordex over the Krone twine that's down on the end. For the most part, this one here is solid Cordex, and it is only 550 knot strength. So I did pop one of these strings a couple times yesterday, but it has nothing to do with the knotter. It just has to do with the knot strength of the twine. So that's the only other thing that I can say right now. But okay, I'm going to tie some strings, which you don't need to watch, and then grease. You ready? Okay. Alright, so the other day, what was it, about last week? Guy stopped, yeah, last week sometime, before my baler broke. Guy stopped in from Connecticut, Sabin and his girlfriend, which, I'm so sorry, but I cannot remember her name. He called her his honey, I believe is what he called her. So I guess her name is Honey. But anyway, Sabin was talking about his grease gun and how he got the solution to my leaky grease zerk problem. And he asked where to go get something to eat, and I said, yeah, go ahead up here to the local Choke and Puke. And he stopped in there and got something to eat. But when he came back, he says, hey, I ordered the solution to all your problems. And I was kind of like, oh, okay, that's cool. Nice solution to all my problems. He called it the lock and lube. Locks on, stays on, clips off when you want it to. So this came in the other day, and I figured, well, next time I get into a little bit of time that I have, because I'm pretty well caught up after my disaster with the baler has been repaired, I'll just make a video about the lock and lube. Now, not only did he buy me the lock and lube, but he bought me a rebuild kit for it also. So when it does fail, I have the complete overhaul kit, and it can become brand new again. Plus it has the order form for the parts that it will take. So I'm just going to carefully peel this out of here, and then I'm going to put it on here like so, because it does fit the standard pain in the ass here. 1/4 inch pipe threaded who's and what's it. You do have to be a little bit more careful when you put it on, because it will catch the locker. So yeah, I'm just going to be a little violent with it and maybe break it. No, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, and I have never used one of these. I had something that was similar years ago, but I always felt it was a piece of shit. But this thing actually looks like it's going to work, so not only are you going to see me put it together, you're going to see me use the damn thing. Alright, I'm going to bring that camera in here a little closer, and this is how it works. When you want to put it on, you just kind of push the button, and the little 4 jaws, they pop out of the way, and then grab a hold and pull it in. That takes, it's a pretty stout spring on there. So, alright, let's go try it out. Put it on something obvious. Now, I was worried that it won't fit in all the places I need it to fit. That was my main concern. Like these little plastic doodads there. Well, wouldn't you guess? Look at that. Here's one. So you stick it in there. See, this is where I was worried that it won't fit in, but it does. And like Saban said, oh, you'll never have a problem. It just don't leak or anything, because it pulls it in tight. And he's right, there's no mess there. So here, we'll put it on this guy. That's a close one. Kind of tight quartered. Grease coming out the bottom. Release it. Yeah. Hey, you know what? This thing works. Lock and lube, everyone. Oh, and even if it has a high pressure lock on, like you get when you're... I didn't put enough grease in this one because I wanted to demonstrate, but if you get into one that's kind of sticky, like that one just was, it just pops right off. Of course, a little bit of grease went flying, but for the most part, that's okay. I have to put a lot of grease in this one. This is the slide. Okay. So yeah, that's alright. Here, watch out. We're going to go to this one. This is the one that really pisses me off. I will say that. Because it leaks and you cannot tell that it's leaking in there. Because you just can't see it. So, it's on. And it's going. This one takes 80 grams of... Actually, this one takes 100 grams of grease. I'm going to put this on something that I know is not happy about taking grease, and that's always these, because it has to force it through those threads. So we'll pop it off here for video's sake, and we'll put it on here for video's sake. Now I know that one is a pain in the ass. Actually, it's not too bad, but it's tight on there. Oh, not that one. Huh, maybe it's this one over here. Let me wipe it off. I know the rebuild kit even has a rubber seal on it. Can you believe that? With all the dirt and grease and shit that's in there? Okay. Oh, there was the pressure. So yeah, when it gets all pressured up, like when your hose is stiff and you can't get it to come off, it works. Alright. Well, thanks, Saban. That actually worked really good. What is this called? Gertech. Made in South Africa. Why can't they make that here? Do you have any idea why they can't make that here? I have no idea. But anyways, alright. Yep. Thanks for watching. I guess if you want to do this, you can too. That worked.